Okay, I wanted to do, I can't adjust the camera, just myself. I wanted to do a video on my German. Not the country or the language, but the German I know. But before I did that, I thought I would do a short video on France, or rather French. Once again, not the country or the language, just the amount of French I know. It's guaranteed to be a very, very short video. I learned French in 7th and 8th grade. I'm over 40, so it's been a while. So the only phrase, like I knew some conversational phrases here and there, um, but it went away over time. Likewise, my German, but that's another thing I'm going to do later. Um, so the only French I know is French that was really ingrained really well, like a simple phrase that just like automatically just in my head, or something I made myself learn because I thought it'd be funny, or I was being an asshole, but you know, it's what it is. So I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to recite some French. That is the gist of this short video. You may want to just jump out while you can. I imagine if you can actually speak French, this will be hilarious and or awful because I have no one to speak with in French at all. So I mean, this is more gibberish than usual for me. So we'll see. We'll see how this works out. All right. So the way this is going to go, it's kind of a challenge for myself. I'm just going to see how many phrases in French I know that I can spit out before I really cock one up really badly, or like I don't know, like I obviously don't know it or I can't think of any more. So I don't know what to call that. I mean, I'm just gonna just try to pound out all three of the French phrases I know. This should be hilarious for me anyway. It's like, God, this is just awful. So I'm kind of like in my head, like psyching myself up, like French. Brief aside before I get into this, linguistically, vocally. Let's go that route. Vocally, I actually like French. It sounds very nice. It's a little not precise enough for me. But too much. You know how French sounds. It kind of trails off a little bit too much. Where I feel like I really can't tell if I'm saying that right or if I'm hearing that right if I'm listening to someone speaking French because it just leads off a little too much. Um, God, although I don't know what the alternative would be. I mean, English is just such a mixed bag for a lot of reasons. Really complicated. I mean, I could go into it for hours. Yeah, probably literally. I could probably speak on the subject of the English language for quite a while. German, I like visually, like the text. German is great. German is perfect because I mean, granted, there are exceptions, but by and large, if a word is spelled a particular way, it's pronounced that way, and it's almost always spelled that way. It is very consistent, very linguistically consistent as far as syntax and word structure. None of this, Philadelphia and psychology with a P and bullshit like that you have in English and French. French, I never know what to do with the last half of the damn word when I look at it. It's like I'll look at French and like try to pronounce it in my head, and I'm like going, is that I'm pronouncing the T or that E or that N, or does that go down? Does that go up? The fuck? Ah, oh, God damn it. And I don't mind French. It's actually, like I said, like the language. Just, man, on paper, the actual, I guess it's a lexiconography, I do not like written French. It looks kind of pretty, but it's nonsense as far as I'm concerned. It's just so hard to work out. Whereas, you know, the extreme being German, like I said, which is the one I'm familiar with. There's probably better examples, but I don't know a million languages. I know kind of English. I mean, even that I debate. The French is a little bit, German quite a bit more, but not, you know, even then that's going away. But once again, that's another video. A bit of Latin, mostly. I mean, I couldn't pronounce a damn word of it, but I could read it pretty good. As far as figuring out what the hell a sentence says. Other than that, I've heard Spanish called like the conversational Latin, like they're so similar, and I don't see it, but I do see. I mean, I can kind of sort of read a little Spanish, but not really. Yeah. So here goes my. I'm gonna get just psych myself into this and just see how far I can go without cocking up too badly, and then I'll stop, and this will not be long. This will be like a minute, this, if that. All right, let's see what I can do. Let's also see if I can edit this video properly and see how. Should just dub it over, you know, just cover my mouth or something. I don't know. No, I won't do that. I actually want to see if I can do this. It's been a long time since I've had to use French at all. Since I've even had to. I'm dropped into a former French colony, Polynesian island or something. I've ever had the opportunity to do so. It's like I said, it doesn't come up a lot. And if you don't use a language that's not your first, if you don't use any language at all, and first language or not, you just lose it over time. It just slowly goes away. You feel less sure. You don't remember how things work out. It's just something disconnects, and it's just really hard. It's very difficult. I'm rambling at this point. I'm just gonna see what we can do. Okay, just like do the eye of the tiger in my head or something like that, and see if we can get me to speak some damn French. Je ne parle pas français. Un café, s'il vous plaît. Je voudrais vraiment vous masturber et faire une des caméras pour moi. Je n'ai pas d'argent, n'ai pas attaqué. Où j'ai trouvé les toilettes. Something about the bus. Oh, fuck this. I'm not doing this anymore. This is harder than I thought it would be. That's as far as I got. So, 30 seconds. Psh. Yeah, don't drop me in any French-speaking country. I'm fucking useless. Oh, well. I tried. It seemed like a neat idea. I might actually, like... I don't know. Might try, like a Rosetta Stone or something like that, and try it again, like, in a month or something like that. But, okay, we'll go with that. That wasn't particularly good, but it was short, so we'll swing with that. As an aside, I have no idea if I pronounced any of that shit correctly. I mean, it probably came across, if you actually knew French, it would probably come across as gobbledygook. Like, what are you trying to fucking say? Like a talking dog that was French. French poodle, perhaps? Could probably do that better. Would be more understandable than I am. Like, my French is terrible, terrible, terrible. Once upon a time, I tried to make I learned French forever ago, a little bit. Tried to force myself to relearn it back when I was at the apartment, which was before I got my first house, and this is my second house. So that was quite a long time ago. So at this point, it's miserable and silly. I guess that's all. I'm gonna do another version about German. Another video about German. We'll give that a try. See how that works out.